Good morning. Welcome to the lecture series of object-oriented programming concepts in Python. In the previous class, we discussed about the single inheritance and multi-level inheritance. In today's class, we will discuss about the multiple inheritance. So first of all, we need to discuss about what is the need of the multiple inheritance. For example, we want to derive a class. That class need to inherit the features from more than one class. Then we go for the multiple inheritance. For example, we are assuming that a faculty is working as an employee in an organization. He is registered for the PhD course. So then he is also be the student in the particular organization. So an employee with the MTech qualification working as a faculty and registered for the PhD course, then automatically he must inherit the attributes of the student as well as the employee, because he is the employee of the particular organization and he is also registered the PhD course as a part-time student. Then he is also inherits the, then he requires the attributes of the student. For that reason, we take one real-time example. Employee is the base class and the employee consisting of the employee ID, salary of the particular employee. Similarly, the student is another base class. It consisting of the student register number and which year is study. So we want to derive a new class that is nothing but the employee student. It inherits the attributes from the employee as well as the student. So this is one of the example for the multiple inheritance. Now we will discuss about how to create the employee student, and from these two how we are able to create the employee student class. First we create the student class. We want to create a student class with the attributes of the register number and the name. And we want to define a method display student info, and we want to display the each year the student is studying. So for that reason, in the constructor, it simply takes the register number and year as the parameters. Those are assigned to the self.register number and self.year. So automatically each student object consisting of the register number and year are the attribute values. In addition to that one, we are defining the display student info. Its main purpose is simply displaying that which year the student is studying. Now we take one simple, now we want to create the employee class. So here we are assuming that the employee class consisting of the attributes of the employee ID and salary. For that reason, we use the statement class employee. That itself indicates that we are creating the employee class. And this is an employee is given in the within the double quote. That itself indicates that this is the doc string of the employee class. Next we are defining the constructor using the init method, and we are passing the employee ID and the salary. The employee ID value is assigned to the self.emp ID, and similarly the salary is assigned to the self.salary. So automatically each object is created from the employee consisting of the employee ID and the salary are the attributes. Now we are defining the display employee cell. So this is the method is defined on the employee. Here we are displaying the method is the salary is rupees. What is the salary of the particular employee? Now we try to define how to use the multiple inheritance to create the employee student. So here the student class EMP student, that itself indicates that we are creating the EMP student as a class, and within the parenthesis we give the student comma employee. That itself indicates that EMP student class is derived from student as well as the employee classes. And here the doc string we are using is this class is inherited from student and employee classes. So automatically we are giving the doc string is this class is inherited from student and the employee classes. Here we are using the init to define the constructor of the EMP student class, and it takes the parameters as the name, employee ID, salary, register number and year. So already we know that register number and year, these are the attributes are inherited from the student, and the employee ID and salary, these are the attributes are inherited from the employee, and the name is the newly added attribute in the EMP student class. For that reason, we are assigning the self.name is equal to name. So automatically name is the newly added attribute, and we want to assign the initial values to the attributes derived from the student class. For that reason, we are using the constructor of the student class, that is nothing but the student dot init. That itself indicates that it simply calls the constructor of the student class, and we are passing the parameters as the register number and the year. Similarly, we know that employee ID and salary are the attributes are derived from the employee. To assign the initial values, we call the constructor of the employee class. For that reason, we use the statement employee.init, and we are passing the parameters EMP-ID and salary. So automatically, this is the constructor we defined for the EMP student class. At the time of the object creation, it internally uses the constructors of the student as well as the employee classes. In addition to that one, the name attribute value is assigned to the each object of the EMP student. Now we try to define a method. Display info is a method in the EMP student. So here we want to display that what is the name of the student. For that reason, we use the statement is the print name is the name of the particular student. Example, name is Kumar, then it displays that name is Kumar. And similarly, we want to display the employee.display employee cell. That is, we want to use the method of the display employee cell. And similarly, we want to use the display student info. Using the display employee cell, we want to display what is the salary of the particular employee. And similarly, using the display student info, we want to display which year the student is studying. Either it may be the final year or the second year or the third year we want to display. Now we take one simple example. We want to create the employee student object. The object name is the ES1, and here we are passing the parameters is name of the employee student is Kumar, and his his employee number is the 4, and his salary is the 1.3 lakhs, and his student number is 1, and he is studying the final year of the particular PhD program. So automatically these are the attributes are assigned. That is, name is Kumar, and next one is the employee ID is 4, and the salary is 1.3 lakhs, and next one is the register number is 1, and the year is the final year. And next one is we simply use the display info of the ES1 object. That is, whenever we call the ES1.display info, it simply displays that name is Kumar, and similarly the salary is 1.3 lakhs, and the studying final year. This is the output is displayed whenever we simply use the method display info of the ES1 object. I hope you clearly understand the example of the multiple inheritance. So in today's class, we discussed about what is a multiple inheritance. A class is derived from more than one base class is called as a multiple inheritance. And we take one example. We take the base class student and the employee. From these two classes, we want to derive the employee student is the new class is derived from these two classes, employee and student. So this is one of the example for the multiple inheritance. In the next class, we will discuss about the hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Thank you for listening.